Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another Boruto Naruto Next Generation discussion on the fallout from Boruto chapter 80. And today I wanted to bring up something that one of you guys sent me over on Patreon, which I do believe has a chance of actually happening, which is we have not truly seen how far Kawaki is willing to go in his quest to kill Boruto, and that there is one set of cards that Kawaki holds that he hasn't played yet, basically a final option in order to kill Boruto, a nuclear option if you will. Those cards are Himawari and the Hidden Leaf Village itself. So in today's video, I wanted to go over this topic as well as how this will definitely impact the series moving forward if my patron is correct with their theories. So in short, what they propose is that Kawaki at the end of the chapter states that for Boruto, there's no use in actually hiding anywhere and that he will kill him because he's Otsutsuki. They believe that Kawaki was initially drawn saying that to make the readers believe that he was banking on using Ada to hunt down Boruto. However, my patron said hearing me talk so much about how Naruto is a franchise hides hidden meanings in the words and jutsu and actions, they believe there's a plot twist hidden beneath this entire situation and beneath Kawaki's words itself. It's not that he was banking on using Ada to hunt down Boruto, it's that Kawaki had already clocked Ada, was already acting funny when she left but couldn't do anything because Damon was there with her and had his palms on Ada. So if he would have thought of anything with killing intent or evil intent or any type of harm, it would have triggered Damon's reflection jutsu, something that Kawaki knows he'll have to get rid of. Hence, that's why he told Damon in the chapter that he'd kill him one day. My patron says that Kawaki likely knows that Ada was going to check on Boruto because he saw the reservations she had with going along with this plan to frame Boruto for Naruto and Hinata's deaths. However, the hidden plot twist that they foresee is that Kawaki knows that if Boruto is able to avoid being captured for long enough, it wouldn't make sense to keep playing the cat and mouse game to try and capture him. Kawaki is in a place of leverage right now where most of the cards are his to play. He's the one inside of Konoha, the village that Boruto loves. He's the only one who can release Naruto and Hinata, the parents who Boruto loves. He's the one sleeping under the same roof as Himawari, someone who Kawaki's seen firsthand Boruto's extremely protective of. Kawaki has everything he needs in order to make Boruto come back to Konoha if it becomes too much of a problem to try having him tracked down and killed by others. He also has Sakura and Sarada in his back pocket as well, where he can draw Sasuke back to the village, knowing full well that this would be something that brings Sasuke back to the village, which is a side note. We know this is true given Sasuke returned to Konoha more than once during the blank period when there are issues surrounding Sakura. Chalk it up to another story you guys never saw animated because Shippuden ended so quickly and went straight into Boruto's anime. But if he's able to draw Sasuke back to the village, by extension, he'll draw Boruto back to the village. Now, my patron believes that Kawaki will try a layered approach if he goes this way. Either try to lure Sasuke back, which will bring Boruto, as previously stated, by using Sasuke's family. Second option, use Himawari's safety as a way to bring Boruto back to the village. The third option, wait for Boruto to grow impatient about saving his parents and willingly return to the village and just be prepared to fight him when that happens. The fourth option, which is the nuclear option, which is that Kawaki just destroys the Hidden Leaf Village to give Boruto that smoke signal that he better come out of hiding before he goes even further, and he knows that Boruto loves his village enough to actually do so. Being honest, out of all these options my patron laid out to me, I believe that this very well could be it. Kawaki taking the nuclear approach if Boruto's able to successfully hide for too long, which you know he's going to be able to do. Kawaki's shown in the past he's not extremely patient. He's calculated, but he's not necessarily patient. You might ask, why would he destroy a village that Naruto loves so deeply? But it's important to remember two things. Kawaki's already shown he's willing to destroy the things that Naruto loves if he deems it being necessary for Naruto's safety to be ensured. He literally killed his son right in front of him despite Naruto begging him not to do so. He watched Naruto mourn his son's death and then a few days later proceeded to tell Naruto, hey, I'm gonna finish the job. Konoha represents a lot. Traditionally, it's been the strongest of the ninja villages, and every generation of Hokage has always been the strongest of the 5 Kage. By destroying Konoha, you essentially send the message that the shinobi system itself is broken if you do a total destruction, but the village has been destroyed in the past before. The village can be rebuilt when Naruto's unsealed. Kawaki is logical thinking enough to make that emotionless and calculated decision to do such a thing. Even scarier, Kawaki also has the method available to him to spare the villagers from having any type of casualties. It would take that massive power up in order to do so, but we are going into a time skip and time skips happen. He would have to send all the villagers to the Daikokuden dimension. It was already foreshadowed that he'd spare the villagers once he turned quote evil, because Code made it clear that only people in this dimension would be affected by the harvesting of the chakra fruit. Kawaki took great interest in that once he heard it. If you go back and read the chapter, Kawaki's face was drawn in a way to where you know that that registered with him. Now he has a way to send people to that other dimension. So far he's only been shown being able to send 2 people at a time, but assuming he likely grows stronger in the time skip, that's a huge measure of power if he's able to literally send the entire village of people to that dimension in one fell swoop in order to store them there. That allows him to blow up the village to draw Boruto out, and in order to wait for him, it's the opposite of shooting the hostage, but instead it's a smokescreen, giving the illusion that the hostage itself has been shot. Kawaki is cold-hearted and calculated enough to go to those lengths to draw out Boruto. It's a method that would on one hand show how far into the madness that he's gone, but it would also show there are redeeming factors to his character, because he tried to spare life in the process of doing this, showing that what Boro and Delta said about him are absolutely true, which is that Kawaki's time living under Konoha has softened the blade that Kawaki used to be. The old Kawaki wouldn't hesitate to kill whoever he needed to if it meant that he would achieve his goal and if it meant survival. But this new Kawaki, while he is descending into madness, in his mind he thinks that he's doing the morally correct thing. Look at the logic here. Otsutsuki are evil and need to be destroyed. Boruto is Otsutsuki, therefore Boruto is evil and needs to be killed because he's Otsutsuki. It's a very black and white sense of logic. While it's not all the way true, it's a very black and white way of viewing things, and in his mind he believes that this is truly the only way. Again, it's very black and white, it's very childish, but it makes sense for a childish antagonist to have a childish view of the world. This also lines up with Kawaki having no problems with facing the repercussions of his actions after everything that he's done. He literally told Naruto as he was sealing him away, if you want to kill me after I kill Boruto, I won't resist, nor will I hold it against you. He's taken the approach, the means justifies the end, which is a very telling stance for Kawaki. The craziest thing is that this is something that would 100% bring Boruto out of his hiding. His goal is to be the Shadow Hokage. His goal is to protect the village, even if he gets no credit for it. He would return if this was the case, and it puts him one step closer towards actually achieving that goal, because it would be the biggest test on the path that he's walking. Narratively, it has higher stakes and it's less cliche than if Kawaki were to just hold Himawari hostage to draw Boruto out of hiding. The prospect of Himawari having seemingly been in danger when the village was blown up, it's going to be enough to draw out Boruto, and it would be enough to invoke a reaction where Boruto asks Kawaki, was this the only way? Was this the only possible outcome? I love the idea here. I think that it fits so many different things, and it gives Kawaki a lot of heat as an antagonist, while also, most importantly, giving him a really good backdoor to show that he isn't above being saved and forgiven. He's still showing that there is some good in him by not killing the innocent people in order to achieve his goals. I like this idea here. While it's a little too early to say that this is going to happen, I think you might be onto something here, though I am biased because I have brought up this possibility in the past before. Obviously not with these same set of circumstances because the chapter wasn't out back then, but you and I were on the same wavelength here. Maintaining the illusion that he's Naruto's son would only come second to accomplishing this, especially since he's shown that he's fine with being punished, potentially even being killed for crossing the lines that he has. It's in character for Kawaki to take that stance. He said as much to Naruto, and it was one of his first reactions after he woke up after killing Boruto. He expected to be killed for killing the Hokage's son. The means justifies the end in Kawaki's opinion. Keeping that cover only matters until it's time to go nuclear in order to achieve his goal. So if he gets outed for not actually being Naruto's son and turning on the village, that's a small price to pay if it means drawing Boruto out, because his goal is ultimately to kill him. Anyway, how do you guys feel about this Patreon fan theory? While you think that over, click here to watch these other Naruto Explained videos.